So this is definitely, I got my mommies in the house. Hi, mommy, wave. My mommy's in the house, right? My firstborn is in the house. Right? And there's so many different friends from back in the day, right? It's just a beautiful thing to see all of you. And for those who are meeting for the first time, just consider yourself cousins that I haven't met before. So introduce yourselves, make yourself at home. You know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a round of applause. All right. And with further ado, okay, mommy, just one thing, we're all adults in the room, so I might get a little risky, I just need your permission. I just need my mommy's permission to, It never hurts. Okay. You never heard stuff like this. All right, so, okay. Too black. Too strong. March 21st, 1966 was proclaimed by the United Nations as the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. And this is modern day, the new millennium. The Canadian Heritage Department annually supports it. But somebody should tell the natives, the Asians, the South Asians, the Hispanics, the Africans, and the lower income Caucasians, no need to be too sensitive, too serious, too politically correct. It's not a joke. Racism is dead, people. Racism is dead people. Dead from being stolen, enslaved, beaten, and hung. Dead from being thrown off your own land, deported, denied entry into the country, practicing of your religion or speaking your native tongue. Racism is dead like having 3 PhDs and a master's degree and still having to drive a taxi to make ends meet to feed your family, while not knowing what they mean when they say that you're so articulate and so well spoken. Dead like your job is in South Park, but you still feel like token. And if you're gathered more than one on a street corner, then you must be in a gang. If you're 5, add a 6, get yourself onto a ball court or a field and call it a team. Dead like if you get caught with their daughter, you might get hanged. But just remember that you tall, dark, and handsome and still her perfect man dream. But run, Negro, run, because you a credit to your race. Somehow, always the last in the race to get credit. Credit for your inventions, truthful historical impact and participation. Dead from being in the vicinity and fitting the description. Keeping it real to every racial profiling of every latest dumb urban comedy, hip-hop song and video. These Negroes are gangsters, hustlers, pimps, and drug dealers. And their women, like Bo, even I must know is a nappy-headed hose. I even heard it on the radio. The file is collected and programmed through the media, and they're always right. Is it just me noticing? Racism is dead. Like black men continuously shot by cops, because psychologically, black-shaped figures is what they use when they're practicing. But let's further explore the psyche of little black children that don't play with dolls that look like them. Because white dolls supposedly look prettier, but they're young and they don't know better, unless they're charged for a crime and somehow end up doing adult time. Racism is dead. Like finding the funding for after-school programs to help keep these kids off the street. But the budget was just approved to build more jails, because the province can't afford not to have something to house these criminal people. But it seems kind of criminal not to have some affordable housing for these people. And those that speak out are arrested political prisoners, labeled as terrorists and criminal figures. But it's not possible because the math don't add up. Because even I dialed 911 to report a suspicious dark figure following me. Turned out it was just my shadow. But I'm not the one to point fingers. I never do that. But just remember that every time you point your fingers, there's always 3 of them pointing back. Racism is dead, people. But how did it die? Was it a natural causes? Or health reasons? Or some gang-related urban violence environment type shit? Or was it assassinated because it was no longer profitable for it to exist? It's dead. But wait, I never saw the body. I don't know about you, but until I do, now I'm thinking it might still be alive. Family.
Yeah.